Right, welcome to this special video. What I thought I would do is explain a bit about the processes we go through in actually getting the videos online for you to watch, the editing. Right, so I use Adobe Premiere Pro, the 2020 version, if you're interested in that one. Many people use Premiere Pro. There are many other software editions out there, aren't there? Software versions, loads of things you can use. Anyway, I use Premiere Pro. So what we have just a little explanation about it. We have what's known as the bin in the bottom left. That is where all the individual components that make up the final video, that's where they go. We have the timeline on the bottom as well, and that is so that you can make sure that everything is in the right place, in the right order. And then on the top you've got your two video screens, one for the source material, the raw material, and the other side is the output of whatever it is. So how we usually start, we just open at the bin and we will add our raw video. Now I have to find where it is first. Hang on. Go down to where's videos? There's videos. Right, we'll go down to videos, and we put in. Now, of course, these can be anything. These can be videos. These can be pictures. They can be audio. Anything that makes up the final video. So what we do, we take our raw footage, which is that one. And if you watch my videos, you will also know that I have a intro, so we'll grab the intro as well, and we'll also grab the little subscription button. I'll show you exactly how we've put that on the screen as well, but we'll open all of those into the bin, and there they are in the bin. Right, so the first thing you want to do is take your raw footage and you just drag it up into the source video screen. Now this will allow you to do what we call scrub, which means go back and forth very quickly, and we'll be able to look at what you've recorded. Okay, so there's the video, that's the raw footage. You can see it's 13.5 minutes long. It won't end up that long. It'll be a bit shorter in the end video because you do take things out. So the first thing that you want to do is, now again, everybody does editing differently, so what I tend to do is I will scrub along, and I want to find a little piece on the screen that, now the difficulty with the video that I've just recorded, they don't all appear on screen at the same time, so I want to try and find where we've missed it. Come on, what we call scrubbing. Hang on. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. So this is what takes the time. What we're doing is we're creating or finding something to create the thumbnail. I don't think it was that far back. It's about here, isn't it? There we go. Right. That's what I was looking for. A nice little image on screen of Rachel Potter. So we're going to take a screen grab of that. We export the frame, and that will become our thumbnail. So we'll export that, and there we go. So that's that done. I don't need to do anything else onto the raw footage. I mean, sometimes this is where you can edit things out. You can put in markers, but I tend not to do that. So we just drop it straight down onto the timeline, and you'll see in a few seconds. There we go, and it now appears on the right hand side as well. So the left hand side is your raw footage, the right hand side is the finished product. So your timeline, you've got your video along the top, and you've got your audio line, your audio track on the bottom. Okay, we just need to zoom it in a bit, and the next thing that we do, if you look at the audio line, you can tell that this piece here, I don't know whether you should be able to see my pointer on screen, but this, if we go to about here, put it about there, we'll just press play. A song that has been recommended quite a few times. That's on the way next. We'll just stop it there. After I say that's on the way next, we'll stop it there, and down this side you've got your options that you can use. One of them being the razor blade. Now, for those of you that may be a bit up to date with recording and editing and things like that, maybe you've done it in the past, but what we used to do, if you wanted to cut a piece out of recording, it was all done on tape, you had to take a razor blade, and that's where the term cut comes from, you see. So you take your razor blade, and we want to put the first one about there, where so that's now cut the video into 2 bits. As you can see, I can now, oh, no we can't, hang on, it's missed it. Right, let's put the cut in again. It does this sometimes. There we go. Right, so that's now your first cut, and you can see you've now got 2 separate parts. You've got the first bit, the intro, and then you've got the rest of the video. So pop those back together, and then what I need to do is I need to go to, I think it's going to be about here. I do a lot of talking. So then, a bit unfortunate, but with the footage up there, I was coughing at the time. So we're going to put your next cut line here, okay? And so you've now got 3 sections. You've got your intro, the piece that you're going to remove, and you've got the rest of the video. So we then press delete, and it's gone. Okay, so you've now got 2 sections, the intro and the rest of the video. And what are you going to put in that gap? Well, you're going to slide across the intro, aren't you? And so that goes there. Close the gap, and there we go. That's on the way next. So then, yeah, today back with, and there we go, that's it. Seamless, isn't it? Like I say, editing does take a fair bit of time, depending on how complicated you want your end edit to be. And if you look at the times, you can see that we've lost 20 seconds of footage. That was all the pieces that I've done in between the intro and the rest of the video. So the next thing that I now want to do, the last thing that I do, is we'll just scrub down, and I put in the little subscription button. So we'll go along the timeline, and this is where having this piece up here is very useful. You just go, we'll put it about here, I think, just after it's started. So we'll take our subscription button, and we're going to place this one onto the video track above the main track, and drop it in there. Of course, on screen you can't see anything because the track bar isn't on the particular frame, so we're going to highlight that and then just move our track bar, and there we go, there's your button, but we want it up here. So what do? We go to Effect Controls, because we've got it selected. It's a bit small, so we're going to change the scale. We're just literally going to slide that I usually have it at 143 for some reason, don't know why. And as you can see, it's disappearing off the screen, so we need to move it. We've got an X and Y axis. It's X and Y. So we now need to move it into the middle of the frame, just about there, and then we need to bring it up the screen until it is roughly about where we want it. That's about there. That'll do for me. And that, for me, is all that I do. Other people, they will put graphics onto the screen, they will do multiple cuts, they will put anything like that, different audio lines. But for me, that is effectively everything that I do. It is putting the introduction in, cutting out the pauses, and putting the subscription button onto the screen. So the next thing that we do, press Control M, and we want to save the whole project, and we're going to export it as a project. So we're just going to put the name in, and this one is you'll see is voice play, and it is attention. Okay, so we've given it the name. Save that, move that a bit up there because you can't quite see it, and then you can do all other sorts of things. You can, but again, see, I keep things nice and simple. It's already kept the format, so it's 1920 by 1080, so full screen, and it knows what the source is, it knows what the frame rates are, it knows what the audio is. I don't really change anything on this screen. I'll just give it the name and then hit export, and as you can see, it's now exporting. And pretty much that is it. That is how we edit a video. And the next part of this will be showing you how we actually get it onto YouTube. So join me for that.